How we doing today, Twin Flames? Today, this reading is going to be covering how the Ascension Energies from the full moon that just occurred on the 21st will be affecting us for about the next 2 weeks or so. This will be somewhat of a summarized version of the longer Twin Flame Ascension Energies readings that I typically do, however, due to the fact that this particular full moon is in direct correlation with the summer solstice gateway portal that also just occurred a few days ago on the 20th, which I actually did a longer video on already. So if you'd like to have an even broader insight as to how the current energies at play will be affecting you and your union, then go take a look at the recent video I just uploaded titled June Solstice Gateway Portal saying goodbye for that. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the reading. So with the Ten of Swords, here I am getting the message of mustering up the strength to walk away. The woman in the image does not feel as if she's merely pondering walking away from what she's once known, but that she's in the process of being led by spirit in the universe to take the time that she needs for everything to come into proper balance, so that she can surely step into the new energy, territory, and life altogether in the 5D New Earth Paradise timeline that's been prepared for her. You may also be feeling this energy within yourself as well, just like the woman is if you are in this current position. A major theme of this Solstice Gateway portal, which I also covered in the video I recently made, is the theme of fully letting go and saying goodbye to the past, and anyone in the past keeping us bound to karma in any way, which I can also sense from this card as well. Because this is such a pivotal period, and because it is requiring such a huge overhaul of our old lives in order to flip us out of the Age of Pisces timeline and into the Age of Aquarius timeline, this is said to be an extremely emotional period, which you can probably see yourself that the card is also slightly conveying. I'm also feeling both a sense of isolation, lonesomeness, as well as a sense of choosing to be isolated during this sensitive, delicate, transformative time frame, making you feel even more lonesome on the inside. If this is the case for you, Spirit's advice is to be very gentle with yourself right now, rather than harsh or judgmental, and don't feel bad or pressured if you have to decline spending time with anyone not in a cocoon at the moment. It feels like this alone time will be affording us plenty of space to reflect in the way that we twin flames reflect on things, where we tend to go within ourselves, process through a multitude of things that we need to process through, and then alchemize, transform, and even have a little fun with the personal time that we had with ourselves by the end of the experience, which doesn't feel like it will take that long. Just like in the reading for the solstice, the crows do feel symbolic of antagonistic, or maybe just downright annoying for some of you, people that are not in fact star seeds, who follow the matrix algorithms and come around just to bother you or disturb your peace in some form of a way during important transitional periods like these, in order to cause you friction and challenges just like a game. However, because you have already been through so many cycles of this, it feels like the woman truly has a handle on this now more than she ever has before, which she will be tested on, that she has regained all of the power and clear sight that she's needed to, from the help of all of the past astrological events, to see through their BS, that she is far up beyond them on the most extraordinary, incomparable levels, and that she is already partially planted into the future for her to not be nearly as bothered by their antics like she would be before all her massive growth. So it looks like we will have our time to finally show off our newfound strength a bit when we usually don't have the chance to. Her power to speak up for herself has also been fully restored as well from the help of the past full and new moon cycles, providing her even more strength as a backup of additional support during this period. The crows, although just up above her, actually feel like they're actually flying backwards and away from her, and that they are only currently there for a temporary time. So just hold steady, I'm feeling to say within my body, allow them to perform their usual circus act, witness this with your eyes if you feel guided to, and allow God to handle the rest when time comes for Judgment Day very imminently, because their time reigning supreme here is surely almost over. We, as true undercover Jehovah's Witnesses of God, have the power to help with this judgment whenever we witness the poor, toxic, low vibrational, damaging, or even dangerous at times behavior from the enemy of God and his starseed race, as this secondhand sort of witnessing process makes the judgment 10 times stronger as a byproduct. So the final message here is to stand your ground, put up your boundaries if you need to, witness whenever you have to, and just let the crows pass. From the major arcana card, the Star, I'm feeling the energies of surrender, and it feels like her face and soul is being sort of sucked up into the flare of light in the most heavenly way, which I feel representative of the solstice portal, so that she may transcend back into heaven where she belongs. Very similar to the solstice reading, the energies of absolute chaos is present here with the feelings of turbulence and earthquakes playing within my body, and the look on the woman's face also appears as if she is crying, mourning the past, all the chaos destroying the past, wishing that it didn't have to end this way, but also wanting it all to be over. So this is very likely in direct correlation with the biblically prophesized Judgment Day Revelations event, or some of you may have also heard of it as the event or the event horizon, collapsing the Matrix beast system and the entire Age of Pisces timeline, King Kong style, in order to separate them from God's children, our sacred holy unions, and so that we chosen twin flame star seeds could actually lead the world into a much happier, healthier, thoughtful, unified, exciting place without any interferences this time. So this is a big, organized process that's been laid out for us to follow and undergo here, as you can see. It feels like as soon as we finish witnessing the final collapse of the devil out of our lives, that we'll be ready to transcend into these higher realms of bliss, wild fun, euphoria, paradise, and our personal heaven on earth once and for all. So again, just hold steady and allow this last part of the process to finalize during this major finalization period. Along with this, I can also feel all of our rewards, which I speak about a bit more in depth in the Solstice Gateway Portal reading for Twin Flames, being present and ready to meet us once we finish this last leg of the journey, as if it is actually stationed within the solar orb above the woman, just waiting until it's all over. This does feel like a very synchronistic period energetically, meaning that everything feels very perfectly timed and in alignment with how things should be flowing. So let this bring you ease if you begin to feel out of your element or overly anxious in any way in the midst of all the chaos. And lastly, from the Nine of Cups, I'm feeling the most insane amount of expansion, just like I did in the Solstice reading, literally bursting forth from within the girl in the image and surrounding her. So just like a story, you can kind of see and feel here that we go from a lonely, isolated phase to sort of tense, constricted period of chaos where the sky is falling all around us due to intense shifts and shakeups. And then finally, we have this sort of boom, exploding moment, officially breaking us into the new atmosphere and altogether reality that we've been traveling towards all along, where our twin flames will surely be to meet us at some point in time. It feels like there will be some form of an event that forces all of the last karmic entities attached to you and your union to disperse out of your life, or that causes you to have the divine authority to do this yourself. As it looks like the woman is literally telekinetically pushing the cups representing those final karmic attachments out of the way herself, because she now has the strength to do so. It also feels like the oppression, which is what they are mainly here to do to us as oppressors, is designed to be too much to just accept or brush off like in the past during this period due to the fact that it clashes with the inner growth and sovereignty that you've not very easily acquired throughout the journey. So I'm quite certain that this will be what we're to be tested on, which we will pass during this time frame in order for us to finally earn our Ascended Master badge and move away from this old story forever. The bright light beaming from behind her comes bearing the greatest news, however, as it is coming with the energies of the most ultimate liberation, fulfillment, abundance, joy, and even bright ideas, which Spirit emphasized quite heavily. So, these bright ideas that you earn access to right after you put your foot down for the last time will most definitely be creative, innovative, and actionable due to the inner and outer work that this particular group of twins would have already done prior to this point to finally be able to have these sort of bright ideas in the first place. You see how everything gets wrapped up nicely in a bow on this journey at specific points? The treasure chest just beneath her feet feels very full, and this is to depict the cup runneth over of abundance promise that God made to all of his dedicated, faithful, loyal children for doing their part to rise to the challenge, to step out of their comfort zone, out of the matrix, transform themselves extremely uncomfortably, and still change the world in ways that no one ever thought imaginable in the end. The final advice here is to hold on because just like the beam of light behind her, the sun will soon shine again within yourself in brighter ways than ever before. And to remember just how incredibly powerful you are over any measly naysayer as the literal ascended master on earth. You guys are gonna do just fine. Just keep on going and you'll see. Thanks so much for tuning in. Check the description for info on my services and offers. Like and subscribe if you like future content from me. Have a great full moon and stay blessed, twins.